by Toronto Roller Derby and the GTA Rollergirls. I'm the Derby Nerd, calling all the action for you here, and you are watching on CanuckDerbyTV.com. Thanks for tuning in. What an opening half here at the 5th annual Clam Slam. We said it before the game, this could be the most talented rosters of teams we have seen in this event, and they are putting on quite a show. Fast, hard-hitting, high-scoring, everything you want to see in a flat-track roller derby. And what an event they've put on so far. 101.83 is the score for the Eager Beavers, but just a matter of keeping skaters on the track. The Clam Diggers, I think they're probably about even in terms of jammer penalties in that half, but the Clam Diggers could not keep a full pack on the track. They've got two sitting in the box right now. Stacey Jones and Bruceberry Pye, two very experienced blockers in the box for the Clam Diggers. Eager Beavers, I think that is the difference. They've just been able to control that pace and formation of the pack. But the Clam Diggers, don't count them out. They've got a few secret weapons. And they've got two very experienced bench managers you're taking a look at right now. Flying Brian talking to Nympha is my middle name. And we're seeing Schwaggy and Mrs. Schwaggy over on the Eager Beavers, keeping things light, talking to Ruby Puby. When we do get underway, Made in America, number 76 in the purple, will be jamming for the Clam Diggers. She'll be jamming against Ruby Puby in the orange. On the line will be Tara Parch, Nato Clobber, Sophia Me, and Nasher the Smasher, Fox Smolder, and Sofonda Beaton, teammates with the Tri-City Thunder. The only two blockers on for the Clam Diggers. I am the Derby Nerd, joined by High Death.
Hi.
Welcome back to the second half.
Thank you. Just ran down from upstairs where I was picking up a pair of Mill Streets.
And which Mill Street did you purchase this time?
This was the Stock Ale.
Oh, another delicious Mill Street beverage.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cheers.
I think the camera crew is getting jealous, High Def.
I think they are.
We'll have to
you want to sip? There you go. All right. So if the camera becomes out of focus, now you know why.
And there you are taking a look at the jam line now. Ruby Puby, 5, 6, 7, 8, and number 76, Made in America, lining up against each other. Ruby Puby just finished her second year of skating in Toronto Roller Derby, plays for the Death Track Dolls and the Bay Street Bruisers.
I have to say, the ToRD home teams have some of the best jerseys, the
yeah,
best uniforms. Those? The Death Track Dolls with the blood splatter all over are fantastic.
Awesome.
The Gorgor Girls, oh my God!
The leopard print bathing suits.
I show the Gorgor Girls uniforms to so many of my skater friends, and they're like, "They skate in that?"
It's notorious, but they all secretly love it.
And Ruby Puby getting out first, picking up lead jammer for the Eager Beavers. Eager Beavers started off the first half down quite a bit for a while, and then late in that first half started to come back, had a lead change, and have now started to run away with it, 101-83, and starting her first scoring pass. Ruby Puby starts on the inside, heads towards the outside, gets caught up by Sofonda Beaton.
And Made in America had her first real hard time getting through the pack. Took her a full lap to get through, and that allowed Ruby Puby to pick up 3 points before Maiden could get around. But boy, she made up that track quickly. And it was the Clam Diggers couldn't stay out of the penalty box, at least in the pack. And that, I think, accounts for the slight score differential because these two teams are very evenly matched. Oh, Dinah Scorcha out there for her first jam of the game against Trudy Botchery in the purple.
I love that. Who wants to jam? That's that's the kind of thing with these bouts. You know, you may not normally jam with your home team, but once you get to these mixed scrimmage, you know what? I think I will jam this time.
Wow, and Fracture laying a big hit on Dinah Scorcha, and that allowed Trudy Botchery to sneak through and pick up lead jammer, but Dinah Hirsch up quickly and about 20, 30 feet back.
We do have a race on our hands, though.
Fracture number 911 from Forest City in her, believe it or not, her first year of Derby.
And a big hit as she gets through, and 2 points going up for the Eager Beavers. Stole them right out from under the Clam Diggers, coming in second, but it was You know, it was the Clam Diggers who were hanging back and got scored upon. So 2 points for the Eager Beavers, nothing for the Clam Diggers on that jam.
Building their lead now to 23 points. Made in America coming back out in the purple for the Clam Diggers, but facing off against Rainbow in the orange. It's 5-on-5 roller derby, believe it or not.
Don't hold your breath.
Rainbow now fighting through in the outside. Made in America started in, switched out. Rainbow getting defensive.
Absolutely great jammer on jammer hit there. Rainbow sending Made in America sliding out on turn number 2. Opens up the hole for her to be able to get through, pick up lead jammer, and recycles Made in America back to the back. Made in America just now getting out as Rainbow is starting to make her first scoring pass. Gets past 3 of them before touching her hips.
Mega Boosh heading to the penalty box, number 26 for the Eager Beavers. They've managed to keep their blockers out of the penalty box for the most part. But now it's a 4-3 rare pack advantage for the Diggers as Get Your Licks comes back out to jam. Number 76 in the orange as you're taking a look at it. She's got So Fonda beating and Bruceberry Pie on the outside. Lose Your Pants and Candy Cancer holding up the inside. 3 on the track for the Beavers. Nameless, Newfie Bullet, and Marambo, and they are a 3-wall trying to hold back the Clam Diggers jammer. They can only do it for so long, though. Lead jammer goes to the Clam Diggers, their first one of this half so far. Eve Helical, the Naptown skater.
And it's going to be a good one because picking up a major track cut, Eager Beavers jammer Get Ya Licks heading to the penalty box. So we are now on a Clam Diggers power jam, starting it off with a grand slam.
Huge opportunity now for the Clam Diggers to get back in this one. Eve Helical makes a nice move outside in on Marambo, who is now finds herself trapped behind So Fonda beaten Candy Cancer and Lose Your Pants. Lose Your Pants and So Fonda beaten, very experienced skaters now. Eve Helical, she's picked up 5, coming through looking for more. Nice job by Marambo to hold her back and then pop through the hole. Front wall for the Beavers. Marambo couldn't quite knock her out, though. 5 more points for Eve Helical. Again, just 2 jammers on the track for the Eager Beavers. Bad timing. You run into penalty troubles. And Evangelical, they're 15 points now in this jam. And the Clam Diggers back within 6 as the 2 minutes runs out.
Taking them up over the 100-point threshold. You know what that means. Have a sip.
Have a drink.
Cheers.
4.5 minutes. This half flying by as quickly as the first half did. 109, 103, and I have a feeling this game is going to stay this close all the way through.
Fingers crossed.
Fruity Botchery out on this power start. Get Ya Licks still sitting in the box. So she's got a little bit of time left in there. 4-3 pack advantage for the Diggers. Rainbow fight, though, with some one-on-one defense. She's doing it all this game. Rage in the cage there, holding the inside line. Trudy Botchery forced to go outside, and Rainbow fight with another massive hip check.
But she did touch just inside the track as she went down, stood back up, picked up that major track cut just after she got called lead jammer, so we are going to have no lead on this one.
And Rainbow fight now, pulling Wax Poetic to pivot all the way back, asking her blockers to come back with her. Promosexual now trapped behind C3PO. Nice slow pack work from the Beavers as they try to kill this pack and allow Get Ya Kicks to get around easy and pick up 5. Nice hit from Chromosexual.
And she did the same thing, dragged the toe as she got hit towards the inside. Didn't completely cross that line, but enough to pick up that major track cut. So she will sit and pop Rainbow. Rainbow now entering at the back of the pack between turns 3 and 4. Starts on the outside, tries to head to the inside, but is paddling a full 4-wall of Eager Beavers.
Now that is Trudy Botchery outskating with the rainbow pants.
Oh, threw me off.
And there now we have rainbow on rainbow pants there. Rainbow fight with the defense on Trudy Botchery. Forced to let her go as she is out of play. There's at least 4 sets of rainbow pants on the track this game.
I really need to start looking up.
And once again, Rainbow Fight doing it all. Offense, defense. Tell her what to do and she'll do it. She both knocked Wax out, then takes another turn, knocking out the jammer. fracture with a nice little offense, though, to force C3PO out of bounds.
Trudy Botchery picking up the no pass, no penalty after Rainbow got hit out as well. But it is a 5-point grand slam going up for the Eager Beavers. Get ya licks. Time runs out on that one. 3 more points going up for the Clam Diggers. And we are now at a 7-point game. 118 for the Eager Beavers, 111 for the Clam Diggers.
Unbelievable. Eager Beavers coming out of that mess with a 7-point lead. Lots of jammer penalties, trading in and out. We're going to have an official timeout now. Maybe to... Oh, it looks like it might be an official review being called by Flying Brian. And so Fonda Beaton, who is the captain of the Clam Diggers, coming into the center with him. So an official timeout and perhaps an official review being called as the packs start chatting. See the two packs there chatting with each other as we wait for this timeout. And what a display of Derby from all across Southern Ontario and North America. You're taking a look at that Eager Beavers pack right now. Rebel Rocket, Lexi, and Dinah Scorcha, the pivot, all from Toronto Roller Derby. Number 709 there, Newfie Bullet, plays for the GTA Rollergirls in Marambo. Number 69, long time vet of the Forest City Derby Girls. And then on the other side, we've got Nympha is my middle name from ToRD. We've got Made in America. We've also got Ann Triple X from TCRG, so Tri-City represented there. And finally, L7, Harry Pooter from Crow City. So tons of representation from everywhere.
Crow City, brand new league, just had their first bout last month, and it was on a Thursday of all days. But hey, you know, there's you take what you can get. You know, so sometimes, especially in those new towns, you go to your rink and they're like, "Hey, we want to do roller derby on a Saturday."
Now,
and
where
they say,
is
no, not at all.
I should know this, but is Crow City in Chatham? Where is
Chatham? It is in Chatham.
Okay. So new roller derby in Chatham. I'm going to have to assume Greta Garbage had something to do with that. She was a great skater in her time with Tri-City Rollergirls, played on their travel team. Now, of course, with Crow City.
Nympha is my middle name, getting called on the illegal procedure and didn't think to just turn around and skate backwards, skated out, and so picked up the major skating out of bounds penalty. So if you're a Derby girl watching, if you get called on the illegal procedure false start, don't skate out of bounds. Just turn around and skate around the track backwards and wait for the pack to pass you.
That's right. Yes, skating out of bounds. I'm seeing it called a lot more now. Refs just seem to be picking up on it a lot more than they used to. And it's a valid call, valid play. Nice defense from the Eager Beavers, but you can only hold Made in America back for so long. She's already got 10 points here now, 30 seconds into this jam. Fox Mulder setting the offense, going up and trying to disrupt that wall, but nice work from Dinah Scorcha and Newfie Bullet, forcing Made in America to re-enter in the back of the pack. Rebel Rocket having a hard time now getting by the trap being set by the Diggers. Fox Mulder, number 1013, doing a nice job there. Made in America finally calling it off as Getcha Licks stood, but just a little too late on the call-off, and Licks was released from the box. Oh, Made in America going to do double duty. She's going to stay on the jam line for the Diggers, who are now down by just 2 points.
Oh, wait. We've got more points getting called in. 3 more
never
points
mind.
going up on the board for the Clam Diggers late. So we have another lead change. Clam Diggers now with a 119-118 for the Eager Beavers. Take a drink, everybody.
And Rainbow out there to jam against Made in America. And Rainbow is through first. Shakes off a hit from Bruceberry Pie. She's your lead jammer. Nameless Horror and Nasher the Smasher doing an amazing job right now on Made in America, and finally take her down to the inside. She stands up without going out of bounds.
Way too far out, though, as Nameless Horror gets called on the major out of play. Throws her hands up. Says, what? Me? Me? I wasn't out of play.
Roller Girls never get penalties.
Let's ignore that 30 feet that was between me and the pack.
Yes.
And we've got another lead change, another 3 points going up for the Eager Beavers. So they are up at 121-119 for the Clam Diggers.
Unbelievable action here, back and forth. Cancer Candy out there to jam for the Clam Diggers in the purple. Lexi out there to jam for the Eager Beavers.
And saw some daylight, but not enough to get through. Finally gets through, but goes down. It gets called lead jammer, but has not exited yet. Now gets past that 2 wall. Cancer Candy picking up lead jammer for the Clam Diggers.
Lexi out, but almost a full half track back to make up. By the way, if you've never heard of Cancer Candy before, you certainly have after tonight. Future superstar for the Hammer City Rollergirls, making it look easy, picking up 4 points on that jam.
And how long has she been skating?
Not long. Correct me if I'm wrong on the Boutcast, but I believe this is only her 2nd year skating.
Wow.
Again, I could be wrong, but Cancer Candy has certainly not been around for a long time. Hammer City, one of the older leagues in Canada. Cancer Candy, a new star on the horizon for that team. They're actually, they've won 3 WFTDA games this year. That's the most they've ever won. That's more in history. They'd only won 1 in their 4 years WFTDA before that.
Not quite enough to get you into D2, but
no. Team of the future.
But I would not be surprised if we see Cancer Candy on Team Canada. Maybe not this year, but next round, if she doesn't make it this year. And another lead jammer going to the Clam Diggers.
They're nursing a 2-point lead, and Rainbow is behind. Rainbow only the 2nd time tonight she hasn't picked up lead jammer.
Oh, yeah, by the way, there was another lead change.
Yes, another lead change.
Evangelical gets through for, is that 5? Nope, that is 4 more points going up. Clam Diggers stretching out their lead just a smidge, 6 points now.
Clam Diggers won the earlier game, the less experienced. I don't want to call them beginners because there was a lot of 2nd, 3rd year skaters in that game earlier today, but the less experienced of the 2 rosters. Clam Diggers took it. They're leading here now, 127-121, 13 minutes into the 2nd half. Made in America. She's been out there almost every 2nd jam for the Diggers, trying to get them back in this one. Or
sometimes every other jam.
Yes. Nasher the Smasher with some nice defense.
Just one to get past, though, and she does. Picks up lead jammer.
Oh, and Nympha is my middle name. Gets a big hit from Mega Boosh.
Ruby Puby, though, shrugging one off and then getting past everybody else. As Made in America starting her scoring pass, takes the outside line, spreads out the legs, holds on to her grip, gets around, touches her hips, puts 4 up on the board for the Clam Diggers.
A testament to her skating is Nasher the Smasher, who had the inside line, couldn't catch her. Nasher, a very athletic skater for the Beavers. 131-121. Clam Diggers building a bit of a lead in this game. 10 points is huge. 14 minutes into the 2nd half. It's the biggest lead of this half so far. It's unbelievable work. Lexi back out there to jam now against Cancer Candy.
Once again, we are looking at the text cast, so if you do have any questions, if there's anything you want us to talk about, clear up for you, just post a little comment on there. We will talk about it. Toot sweet.
Looks a little quiet on the text cast. Is Dr. Johnny out there all alone? Come on, give him some.
I think he might be.
Sign in. Give Dr. Johnny some company. Watching All Alone in Montreal. Poor, sad Johnny Capote. Nice work from Dinah Squircha, 1-on-1 against Cancer Candy. That's all they need. Almost held her for her first full lap. Lexi coming around to score. 3 blockers on the track for the Diggers. Lexi, 1 to beat, makes a nice move around Stacey Jones, calls it off. 4 points for the Beavers. 1 back within 6. 15 to go. Whew. Wow, what a great game so far halfway through the 2nd half. This 5th annual Clam Slam, and the Eager Beavers are going to call a timeout, talk things over as they try to mount a bit of a comeback here. Kind of a strange time for a timeout. Eager Beavers, they just picked up their first 5 points in a few jams. Seemed like they finally had momentum on their side, and then they call a timeout.
Absolutely. Maybe it was just to talk about it, or they were planning on calling it, and just force of habit. All right, after this jam, we're going to call a timeout. Jam ended, they called it off. But maybe they didn't need it at that point, or maybe they can say, hey, that was great. Let's do that again.
That's right. Nameless Horror is going to be coming back on the track. This is her 2nd jam of the game. Now we can see the Clam Diggers having a little bit of a dance party on the bench, except for Flying Brian, who's always business. All business all the time.
Looks like Nympha is having her own no bones dance over there.
All right, timeout about to expire. Back on the track now. 1 blocker each in the penalty boxes. You see Lose Your Pants in the purple for the Diggers and Mega Boosh in the orange for the Eager Beavers. Hotbox out there with Fox Smolder and So Gay in the purple at the front, Megaboosh, Dinah Scorcha, and Getcha Licks.
Quite the tutu on Hotbox there.
Yes.
And Nameless Horror picks up lead jammer for the Eager Beavers, who are sitting 6 points below the Clam Diggers. Made in America gets out just off of a hit from Marambo.
Nice job here as the Diggers try to slow down this, or as the Eager Beavers try to slow down this pack, and Nameless comes around, picks up a few points, goes to call it off. Oh, she's being sent off on a cutting penalty. Trouble for the Eager Beavers as Made in America now finds herself on a power jam, takes a big hit from Marambo. Big turn of events here as the Diggers looked like they were almost about to lose their lead.
Nameless Horror goes into the penalty box hard, move the chairs.
Oh.
Now, what's going to happen? Is that a penalty? I mean, that technically that's a
And
penalty now.
WFTDA.
We gotta wait to see if those penalty box managers call that in and say, hey, she hit me with a chair.
I would like to think that in a game like the Clam Slam, they might let things like that go.
You'd think, but rules are rules.
It is
They're
a
there for
regulation
reason.
bout. We are playing WFTDA rule set, but Dinah Scorcha right now with some awesome defense on Made in America. And Marambo just sitting there holding the inside line for her. They kill a lot of time on that power jam. But America is through and finally picks up those 5 points. 11 points now is the lead again for the Diggers. Sogay coming back onto the track to join Lose Your Pants and Hotbox on this power jam. But all 4 blockers on the Eager Beavers putting on a nice power kill. Made in America having a hard time getting through, and Mega Boost with a nice hit, forcing Made in America back.
And
Nameless Horror back on the track.
Stretching her way back, giving Nameless Horror plenty of time to get through. And Nameless Horror puts 4 points up on the board. Time runs out as Made in America gets hit out. But she does put 3 more up as well. So we're looking at it's going to be a 9-point game.
And I'm not sure if you guys could hear it at home, but if you heard that round of boos on that last jam, it was not actually booze, it was boosh for Mega Boosh. One of the fan favorites in Toronto Roller Derby.
And an official timeout being called. Very few official timeouts have been called in this bout, and the last bout, which is really good to see. One of the last bouts that I was at, my God, there were so many official timeouts. I think the bout lasted about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Nothing to drag down a derby game like official timeouts. But interestingly, we have a very disparate crew from all over the place as well. I guess the core of that crew is from Toronto Roller Derby. But it is a mixed crew, so usually when you have mixed crews, sometimes there's some miscommunications, but no, they've been working very, very well together tonight. Been calling an excellent game. Do you know, High Death, there are now 54 roller derby leagues operating in the province of Ontario alone.
54 in Ontario.
In Ontario alone, at every level from junior to men's to recreational. There are actually 6 roller derby leagues now in Toronto alone. 4 senior women's, 1 junior, and 1 men's league.
Wow.
So a lot of roller derby.
Not to mention the loco leagues as well.
Well, I was counting that in the Toronto and in
Okay.
54 as well, yeah. So
that's incredible. Although Ontario is about the size of 7 of your average
States.
United States.
Yes.
So
very true. Very true.
and then not counting New England, it's the regular United States.
It is a massive, massive problem.
It really is.
And I've driven across it, up it, and over it, so I know.
Out of play call going to Nympha is my middle name.
Back on our, we got ourselves quite a game here. 12 minutes to go. It's only 9 points. Unbelievable roller derby here. Rachel Madho in her first jam of the game for the Eager Beavers in the orange. That's against Trudy Botchery, who's being held right now by Tara Part and Rage in a Cage. Bruceberry Pie doing a nice job dragging back Rachel Madho from the DC Rollergirls.
Trudy Botchery as well, getting stuck at the back of that pack. And knocked down left and right.
Neither jammer going very far at all or getting anywhere. And Fracture with some nice face-to-face blocking. Holding back Rachel Madho. Rachel Madho playing her final game of competitive roller derby. Oh, takes a late lead hit from Bruceberry Pie.
No call going to
No
Roseberry
call.
Pie. I don't know.
That
I
was
might have
green
called that. I probably would have called that. I'm just
I
saying.
think so. That was well after the fourth whistle, but it's a Clam Slam.
Hey,
You know,
whatever.
that's right.
It doesn't affect rankings or anything. This is the fun derby.
This is fun derby.
And if you are a derby skater out there, you're watching the Clam Slam, maybe you haven't been skating for very long, anytime you hear about a mixed scrimmage, sign up.
Play it.
All right, you learn so much skating with skaters from other leagues. You get tips from them, things that they're doing that maybe you haven't heard of yet. Plus, you get to meet all kinds of great people, and you get to find couches all over the place. So no matter where you travel, there's somebody in Derby that you will end up knowing, and you'll have a place to lay your head pretty much anywhere you go.
That is very true, especially with 54 leagues.
Absolutely. That being said, if you're in the greater Toronto area and you have some floor space, I am still looking for a place to lay my head tonight. I do travel with my own hammock, though, so I could, if need be, I can just find a couple of well-spaced trees and hope that we don't get any more of that rain that we got earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know some nice places in High Park where I bring my hammock,
good.
but yes. I think there are a lot of derby skaters on couches. A nice little pyramid going on.
Absolutely. That is 8
Between turn number
high,
1 and
and
2.
I don't know how many wide. My God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably 12 wide, 8 high. That's quite the pyramid going on with our red cups that we've got over here.
All right, and we are back underway finally here in the second half of the 2013 Clam Slam. Lexi out there jamming against Made in America for the Diggers. Fast pack derby right now. But neither jammer is able to get through. And Lexi just lost her helmet cover, and I don't think she realized it.
Somebody told her she's skating backwards to go pick it up, which you can do now.
You can now do under the new rule set, although it might have just been better for her to skate the lap. She was
at that point, she was a third of the way around. Might have been faster.
But Marambo doing a nice job of knocking Made in America out of bounds. These Canadian skaters, I know everyone was very excited to have Made in America in. They're holding her own against a top-level jammer from Naptown Rollergirls. Naptown Rollergirls just lost a very rare loss to Ohio in a closed bout. Now, I wonder about Naptown. I know Naptown was short, actually, a WFTDA game, and they were trying to make up, so I wonder about their roster.
They squeezed it in on a Wednesday. Oh, my God, we're not going to make it to the tournament if we don't play one. And they called Ohio and scooted on over there, took the 3-4 hour drive, whatever it was, and played about and took a big loss. So that was really surprising.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about except that it happened and that they needed to do it. So maybe Naptown couldn't put together a full roster, but they did defeat Ohio quite handily last year at the North Central Regionals.
Yeah, but Ohio has been playing spectacular derby recently.
Yes,
they're going to be a force come this D1 tournament.
We get to see them in March. They came up and won the Quad City Chaos here in Toronto, a 14 invitational WFTDA tournament. We have seen them. But yes, as we've been talking, there's
Derby. How about that? Look at that. Right on your screen there. It's a good thing you guys are watching and actually know what's going on because we haven't been talking about it. But Lexi got through with a no pass, no penalty, so we have no lead jammer at the moment. Made in America is still stuck in that pack.
And what we can tell you is that no one is scoring. That's pretty much what we will tell you. There were some points went on that pass, 2 for the Beavers, none for Made in America. That was just outstanding defense.
That's amazing. And Made in America just turned around and looked at that track and went, what? Really?
Really? No points? 1 minute of jamming, 2 points. Unbelievable defense from these two packs. And if you've never seen the Clam Slam, this is your first Clam Slam, and you are a member of that LGBT community, please consider coming here. You can see the level of derby being played by these two teams. It's exceptional. Very good derby and very good experience. Power jam right now for the Diggers. For the Diggers.
And just getting around the outside. Nice spin move for Evan Helical. Getting around that last blocker, picking up lead jammer. And a parade of eager Beavers heading to the penalty box. A pair of them now, just 2 on the track, holding her up. No pack was called, and an out-of-play destruction call going to the pivot.
Homosexual heading to the penalty box. Nasha the Smasher and Tear Apart. These guys have been playing together, believe it or not, for 7 years. Started in Toronto's House League for the Chicks Ahoy, now members of CN Power. So they are very good together. Oh, but
And
even helical.
Another little pirouette there gets her around for 5 big points for the Clam Diggers.
Only 3 on the track for those Diggers. And they are just, oh, nice.
There you go.
Jump from Eve and helical. Saw the opening on the apex, and she took it and got through. And Lexi tried to burst through the inside, couldn't get around and Triple X heading back to the box.
Evangelical, though, starts on the inside, goes around the outside, able to hold in, puts up another 5 points on this, what's going to be a 2-minute power jam.
Wow, the Naptown Rollergirls making their presence felt as the Diggers open up and build the biggest lead of the game, 164 to 132. 32 points is the difference. Diggers in control.
And at 6:50 left to play here in this second half of Clam Diggers Roller Derby, the 5th annual, not Clam Diggers Roller Derby, Clam Slam Roller Derby. This is the 5th annual Clam Slam, the queer roller derby bout that coincides with Toronto Pride, and it has always been a very big event, drawing people from all over Ontario and the United States, northern United States mostly.
And let's not forget Montreal as well. Nameless
Montreal,
Horror representing the
that's
province
right.
of Quebec. Although I think technically Nameless Horror is from Ottawa, I believe.
No, all right.
But I could be wrong. Anyway, Cancer Candy now jamming for the Diggers as they try to hold on this lead. Marambo with a massive hit.
And was it legal? Apparently.
She's not getting called on that.
Nope.
May have left her feet. I don't know. But
It kind of looked like a diving hit, but hey, you know, the refs have a better view than we do sometimes.
that's right, and we're drinking stock ale. So
Yeah,
who are we to
though.
call?
I've got 3 cups here. You've got 4, so.
I will like to point out that we are not under AFTDA regulations today.
No, not at the
This
moment.
is not an apt bout.
Nope. This is not a sanctioned bout. We're here for fun. The same thing as all of these skaters out here. And having fun, Cancer Candy. It's fun to get points, 5 of them especially. Clam Diggers really stretching out their lead now, 174-132.
Yeah, the Diggers have been very good at scoring points in this second half, as the Eager Beavers are in quite a hole now.
You know what? Let's call it the 4th quarter that they've been really good at scoring points.
Yes, that's true. That's true. They were down for a long time, and it was funny in the first half they couldn't keep their blockers on the track, and it looks like in this half the Eager Beavers are the ones with the trouble in the penalty box. Only 2 blockers on the track for them right now.
Cancer Candy looks like she got hit quite hard there by Marambo on that back straight. Took her a second to get up, slowly getting back to the box, but did give a thumbs up, saying, you know, I'm all right, I'm all right.
Yeah, and she's a little weary going to the bench, but she seems to be okay. And there is your penalty box now. So Fonda Beaton out there with the star for the Diggers for the first time this game. And she's out against Rainbow. Rainbow coming up against Made in America, who is taking some time in the pack. She gets through. She's your lead jammer. But right behind her, so Fonda Beaton trying to make up some track on Rainbow, C3PO in the orange.
You know, when Fonda Beaton's jamming, that's the time that you really want to see jammer on jammer action.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And Rainbow could take it too. And good call by Rainbow. She saw her Eager Beavers coming on to the track from the penalty box and knew there were some exposed points at the back of the pack, so she called it off. And she wants to go again, though. She's going to stay out there with the star. And she will.
Having a little pivot switch right at the end there. Rebel Rocket says, no, I think I should be pivot.
Rebel Rocket, long-time pivot in Toronto Roller Derby. Rainbow on the outside fighting with Fox Smolder, trying to break through that block. Nice job by the blockers, but Rainbow able to squeeze through the middle and get through. She finds those holes. And it's not like she's a tiny little skater. She's a physically fit athlete, but nonetheless can find the smallest holes and squeeze her way through.
Well, that's right. I mean, especially if a skater with her athleticism, you know, just that tiny hole, she can get through and spread that thing wide open and able to get through there. And once again, does that, putting up 4 points for the Eager Beavers, closing up their gap just a little bit. We've still got 38 points between these two teams. 3 minutes for the Eager Beavers to try and close up that gap, take that lead again. At this point, we can say it, they need a power jam.
They need a power jam, definitely, to make up that point differential in this amount of time. And they're still pulling out some tricks, though. Marambo now out there, number 69 in the orange, for her first jam of the game against Trudy. Trudy Botchery. Marambo does have a little bit of experience jamming, but she is primarily known as a blocker. And Wax Poetic with a nice drag back on Marambo, and it's going to be a lead jammer for the Diggers, so they have complete control. Oh, a big hit.
Nympha is my middle name, sending Marambo to the outside, recycling her back to the back of the pack, and getting through on her first scoring pass, but picking up a major track cut. Trudy going to the penalty box, sitting down. This is what the Eager Beavers need, but that is not what the Eager Beavers need. Oh, was it a cut? No, it wasn't a cut. All right, it was a no pass, no penalty. So Eager Beavers now on a power jam, but no lead jammer, so we're going the full 2 minutes.
This could, you might have been a little prophetic there, High Def. This could be the power jam they need, but a nice drag back right now from Nympha is my middle name. Forces Marambo back.
But Marambo not able to stay on the infield of the track once she got hit in by Nympha. Picks up that track cut, and she will sit down. Pop Trudy, who gets back on the track, and we are now once again on a Clam Diggers power jam.
This is exactly what the Clam Diggers wanted. All this chaos, the full 2-minute jam, killing all that clock. We're going to end this jam with less than a minute remaining, and I've got to say, very comfortable position for the Diggers. Nameless Horror, though, with a nice block. Oh, and going chest to chest with Bruceberry Pie, and Bruceberry putting it all in line to draw the direction of gameplay. Was that worth
Absolutely.
high death, you think?
Well, I mean, to get Nameless Horror off of the track, I think it was worth it.
That's why I don't play roller derby right there.
Yeah, people keep asking, you should play men's. No, I shouldn't.
I've played one game in my career on this very floor, actually, in this very track. The only game of roller derby I've ever played. And girls hurt me.
4 points going up for the Eager Beavers as the jam gets called off at the end of that time. And it looks like we're going to have one more. Oh, and a timeout being called by the Eager Beavers. Their bench coach calling them in. Wonder what she's saying. Do you think she's saying, all right, here's what we got to do to win? Or do you think she's saying, so, what you guys want to do?
Yeah, what are we doing at the after party? That's probably what Swaggy's saying. Swaggy is Aston Martini. She's a retired skater. Spent a couple seasons in Toronto Roller Derby, played for the Gorgo Rollergirls and CN Power. And you're taking a look there at the Eager Beavers bench. A range of skaters from all across Ontario on that team. Most of the visitors are on the Clam Diggers tonight. And I guess the Eager Beavers are being good hosts. Clam Diggers up by 38 points with 30 seconds remaining. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to Canuck Derby TV tonight. And moving forward, we are happy to bring you as much live roller derby as we can. If you have been enjoying what you've been watching, you can always be a sponsor yourself of Canadian live stream roller derby. And you can donate. Minimize your window, go back to the Canuck Derby TV homepage. You'll see a red donate button, and you too can be a sponsor of Canadian flat track roller derby.
That's right at the top of the page. Nice big candy-like button.
Looks like some skaters are having some fans are having a little bit of trouble with the stream. Seems to be working, though. Maybe just try to refresh your page. I guess if you're not getting the stream, you're not hearing us. So.
I once received a fax that said, if you did not receive this fax, please call. What?
All right, our final jam of the 2013 Clam Slam is underway, and the Clam Diggers, who are winning, are now in control of this final jam. Cancer Candy, fittingly, she's played 2 games tonight, is your lead jammer.
Looking at the clock, sees it run to 0,
calls it off. And that's the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, Clam Slam 2013 is in the books. And with a final score of 180 to 140, the Clam Diggers taking the win.
Taking the win, but you know what? Early on, it looked like it could have gone either way. Impressive performance from both of these teams. As I said earlier, probably one of the finest Clam Slams I've ever seen in terms of just the quality of skaters on the track. Unbelievable game between these all-queer all-stars.
Absolutely. And you know what? The great thing about it is so many people signed up for this one. I believe, is this the first time that there's been both an A and a B team?
Yes. Yeah. First time ever they've done the 2 games. Just too much interest in this game. So again, if you want to get involved in the Clam Slam, sign up early, very early to get a spot. It's getting harder and harder every year to get into this event.
Absolutely. I think it'll be a while before they make it a triple header. So definitely sign up early.
Plus, it's just a wonderful opportunity to get to Toronto for Pride Weekend, which is one of the biggest Pride celebrations in North America. It's an amazing event. The parade is it's epic.
You know what? That is one of the things that made me very happy to be able to come up here from the United States. You know, celebrating the landmark decision that we just had down south of the border. The Supreme Court striking down the Defense of Marriage Act, which did not let the federal government recognize same-sex marriages, but they can now, so things are changing quickly. We have a ways to be able to catch up to Canada, of course. Not wasting any time.
Fox Smolder at the broadcast booth having a nice cold beverage, but she is taking a knee, I should point out, if anyone from CWRDA Insurance is listening. Yeah, so what were we just saying?
Big things happening
big
for
things happening
for gay rights down in the United States.
And you know that happened in Canada too. It still has to go state by state, but once you've got a few states leading the way, which you have,
we've
and
got
once the
13 so far.
13, and once the federal government recognizes it, it's just kind of like dominoes. And I remember it's been about 10 years, I think, since the final province dragged itself into the 21st century in Canada. But once the federal government recognized it, and Ontario actually was the first jurisdiction in Canada to allow in North America to allow same-sex marriage. So Ontario led the way.
Well, United States, we're just slower at things. I mean, we're still using the imperial measurement system as well. So,
I discover that, reminded of that every time I go to the States. Yes.
Well, thank you very much for watching the Clam Slam 2013. And we will see you back next year.
Yes.
But make sure you keep watching Canuck Derby TV and donate at the top of the screen. Keep this Canadian Derby coming straight to your living room, straight to your phone, iPad, whatever it is, free of charge.
That's right. Please keep tuning in. Keep supporting live online roller derby for High Death, Layer 9, and the rest of the Canuck Derby TV team here in the GTA. I am the Derby Nerd, signing out from the Clam Slam 2013.
You did a really great job. Yeah, much better. No, it's loud. I'm not wearing the microphone. Orville, Canada, as you know from when I was in Hamilton. All right, cool. You guys can if you want to bring it in closer, it would probably be. Am I bringing them all in together? Yeah, sure. Can you see me? Like you can see what I'm wearing? All right. Tell me, is it ready now? Okay, ready? We're going to be ready in 1 sec. Can you give me a little bit? Hi! All right. So we're back with ToRD TV, and this is from the second game. In any case, we're gonna first introduce everyone here, and I'd like from the what is it? Clam Diggers. How did I forget? Clam Diggers. All right. So first things first. Owen's
First names first.
Is it not working? So first things first. Names.
Real name?
No.
Fracture.
All right. So Fracture. What is your actual derby name?
I don't know if I remember it.
Okay, never mind. Fracture it is. All right. Next, of course,
It's Lucid Lou.
Lucy Lou. Are you skating by Lucy Lou today?
Lucid Lou? No, I'm skating by Lose Your Pants today.
Oh, right. Excellent. Oh. And Megabush, what's your name for today?
Megaboosh.
Indeed.
I can't change it. How are they gonna boo me?
Touche. And last but not least,
Lexi with 3 X's.
ooh, triple X. All right, ladies. So obviously intense game. What can you tell me about it? How did you play?
It was an intense game.
And why?
It was an intense game for me because I haven't skated with a lot of these skaters in a long time. So it was really, I wouldn't say intense, a lot of freaking fun to get back on the track with a lot of these girls.
Absolutely. So a lot of old friends then?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so how did you guys find it?
It was really intense. It was intense.
Intense how, Lexi? Triple Lexi?
Triple Lexi. It was tough. Yeah.
All right. So it was tough. It was tough. No, it's not awkward. It's
supposed to say anything. We were supposed to be the girls.
no, you guys. It's good. So in any case, though, why tough though? Obviously, you guys are playing with a variety of different players at a not so much of different levels, but of different teams. So you guys are used to playing with your own team, coming out and playing this. Why is it A, exciting, and why B? I'll go to the beautiful orange team for the B question as to why do you find it actually, where would it be difficult? So why is it exciting in that regard?
Exciting because it's an event that's close to my heart. I celebrate Pride every single year, and to be able to wrap that in with Derby, because Derby's my first love. So being able to do the two of those things coincidingly is incredible.
And so why would you find this actually complicated in that regard?
Well, just having to play with new people that you've never played before, or that never played before other people. Sorry, I'm coming back. This is my first game back from a concussion, so I'm a little weirded.
Honestly, it's obviously going to be complicated too when you come into a game where everyone has different strategies. Thank you, Man in Black. Anyways, thank you so much, ladies. It was such a thrill to watch. And last but not least, are you guys going to be participating in any other Pride things this weekend?
Absolutely. Doing the Dyke March tomorrow and the Pride Parade on Sunday with my daughter, and just skating all weekend and drinking all weekend.
Excellent. And you, ladies?
I'm actually going to the beach.
Anyways, that was awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. Excellent game to watch. And this was Lumberjack Flash for ToRD TV.